Todd T. of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, whose station is WPMT, Channel 43, asks, why, when a referee is knocked out, does the match continue? This comes under a gray area of a referee's discretion. This is one of those cases where it is totally the referee's decision on whether to continue the match or not. There are many fans, like yourself, who believe that the match should be stopped whenever the referee is thrown from the ring. However, let's remember, there have been many instances where the matches have continued with either another referee or the original referee returning to the action. And from the great state of Indiana, Mike C. wants to sound off. He's watching WXIN, Channel 59, and says, the honky-tonk man calls himself the greatest Intercontinental Champion that ever lived. And so far, I know of only 3 people who agree with him: Jesse Ventura, Jimmy Hart, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. He proved his slime ball attitude on a recent Saturday night's main event when he and the Hart Foundation triple-teamed the Macho Man. This is what we call our Intercontinental Champion? Well, in the words of Gorilla Monsoon and Nell Carter, give me a break. And finally, Tanya C. of Chattanooga, Tennessee, watching us on WDSI, Channel 61, has a question. Where is the Dingo Warrior? Our good friend, the Ultimate Warrior, as he's now calling himself, is currently wrestling in the WWF. The Dingo is introducing his muscles and physical prowess to audiences around the country. We're sure that the Dingo Warrior will be taking the WWF by storm in the months to come. Paul C. of Huntsville, Alabama, watching Pro Wrestling This Week on WDZX, Channel 54, asks, how can I write my favorites of the World Wrestling Council, like TNT and Carlos Colon? Well, Paul, you'll need the address. So write to World Wrestling Council, Box 8900, Santurce, Puerto Rico, 00910. And just listen to this. Julia H. of Miami, Florida, watching WDZL, Channel 39, says, Arn Anderson is a traitor. To go against blood for friendship is a big no-no. Arn Anderson, you will never be anything, and it's because of your turncoat attitude. Let's face it, you don't even deserve a title. The 4 horsemen keep you around as an enforcer. Your brother Ole got smart. He got tired of being used and got out. And Mary W. of Savannah, Georgia, watching us on WTGS, Channel 28, wants to know, where is Sergeant Slaughter? After taking time off to pursue his movie and acting career, Sergeant Slaughter has returned to the ring wars in the AWA and NWF. The Sergeant can be seen in the G.I. Joe cartoon series, and also, we're happy to say, right here on Pro Wrestling This Week. Thanks for your question, Julia. I'm Bonnie Blackstone, and this has been Sound Off. Many of you over the last several weeks have asked, like Lillian V. of Kansas City, Missouri, watching on KZKC, Channel 62. How do I get in touch with my favorite world-class wrestler? Well, here's your answer. Just write to World Class Championship Wrestling, 1000 Industrial Boulevard, Dallas, Texas, 76092. Your favorite world-class wrestlers are waiting to hear from you. And from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, watching on WDZL, Channel 39 in Miami, John M. writes, my biggest peeve with professional wrestling is the many infractions of the rules. Outside interference is the most obvious one. 3 and 4 wrestlers ganging up on one another, using foreign objects such as brass knuckles, metal chains, powders, and other metal objects simply for the sake of winning a match. Referees are paid to referee matches, not to carry on conversations with the managers. And Todd M. of Livermore, California, watching on KBHK, Channel 44 in San Francisco, wants to know, is the UWF belt called the World's title or the Heavyweight Championship title? Todd, it has always been a World's title, but until recently it was called the UWF Heavyweight title. The arrival of new Commissioner John Ayers has brought on a new request that the full name be used. So to answer your question, it is indeed the UWF World's Heavyweight title. And in closing, these words of wisdom from Gerald L. of Birmingham, Alabama, watching WTTO, Channel 21. All foreign objects should be outlawed. The use of whips, brass knuckles, green spew, chains, handcuffs, and the like certainly detract the credibility of wrestling. Their use is just dumb. Come on, guys, clean up your act, and let's get back to wrestling. Our questions this week came from the guys. So girls, I'm encouraging you to write to us here at Pro Wrestling This Week's Sound Off. Post Office Box 54556, Atlanta, Georgia 30308. Girls and guys, let me know your station's call letters. I'll see you next week, but right now stay here for more great wrestling action.